Okay. Well, welcome everybody. I am Catherine Bitter, and I'm here with my good friend, colleague, Albert Corey. And we are so happy to be here and to share all of this great information with you because our mission is to make sure that you are absolutely thriving in your business. We really believe that every person that is running in their entrepreneur, a startup, a coach, and a small business owner, the whole economy in our country is depending on you. So we want to make sure you are thriving. Right after,
Yes, ma'am. We are here because business owners, guess what? What's the one thing everybody needs, Miss Catherine? Everybody. It doesn't matter if you're Elon Musk, a 14 trillionaire, you name it in this country, the owner founders of Amazon, Walmart, we all have one thing in common. And you know what that is, Miss Catherine?
what?
We need to keep having our bottom lines growing. Because if we don't have our bottom line growing, our business is you're going to go out of business.
Right.
Because you can only get so many loans and you still got to pay them back. So that's what we're here for. So today it's going to be Ask Albert. If you're in Facebook right now and you got questions, if you have Facebook right now, if you got questions, just put it in the chat. And I'm looking for it right now. I am looking for our feed right now. It's there somewhere. But ask questions and in the Microsoft, sorry, in the Facebook chat, okay, and then I will answer them online live.
That's great because people have questions, but they don't have. I don't know what that is. How many of us think we know everything?
Okay, and then
We all think we know everything, but the truth of it is, people get stuck with audits. They end up overpaying for their taxes. They don't know about how important bookkeeping is. And also, one of the things that I absolutely loved about Uber and business, 40 years, over 150,000 clients, small businesses. He deals with the mom and pops. He deals with local as well as the global industry. And he has never had an audit yet. 40 years. Who could say that? So when I met him, I'm like, teach me everything. So already, Albert has saved me $850 this year with the information, the tips that now, today, I want you to hear them too. Because who knows how much money you are leaving on the table or overpaying.
oh, and by the way, I just want to tell everybody if you're watching this on our live feed on Facebook, that I have it set up on my phone, Miss Catherine, so anybody can ask a question
Great.
and we will answer it live on the show.
That's
On other channels, if you're watching this, just go into the messenger area and we'll gladly answer all your questions.
mm,
So, Miss Catherine, what
yes.
were some of the questions? Remember, we planned this out yesterday and we sent out a questionnaire. So, what are some of the questions that you have that our clients are want to ask me so we can get the show started?
That's great. Well, first of all, what is your why? I mean, why have you been in this business for 40 years? What is your why, Albert?
Well, my why is when we started this out 40 years ago, nobody had my back. Okay, there was nobody there to answer my questions. It was going out there, close your eyes and pray, see if it worked. But along the way, I developed the skills. I learned because I am a small business, and I had to learn how to make sure I increased my profits. Because, I was living in my mom's room, and if I wasn't making any money, mom would say, what the blank you're doing. So in the beginning, I had to go figure it out, and that's my why. So we're here today in CFO in a Box So you don't have to go struggle. You can now ask me everything that I learned in the 40 years. So actually, technically, it's 80 years. You can add my 40 and your 40, so that's 80 years.
That's right. And the thing that I help people with is the people part of their business. If they have to hire a PA, how do you distinguish what's working for you, what is, and if you make a wrong hire, you're going to suffer some major consequences. Like Albert, have you ever had really bad hire that worked for you during tax season?
We had a few of them in our day. And rotten apples, and this is Catherine's specialties. If you have people that are toxic in your business, it's going to cost you time, money, morale. So you need to figure out how to cut out the cancer, cut out the bad stuff, cut out the rotten eggs so it doesn't spoil the dozen.
That's so true. And then the other part that's so important about the people that you work with is they're you representing you to their clients. So you make sure they give you the best service ever. And if you bring somebody in that doesn't have people and they just want to hide out, that's going to have your business suffering. So the other thing I would love to ask Albert about your banking strategy. Like, you have taught me a lot about this. So please talk about what the bank you need to associate their business with.
So what started to happen, and this really kind of happened within the last 4 years, that everybody needs two kinds of banks. We're going to call it the big bad boys like Bank of America, Chase, Wells Fargo, Citibank. Yeah, they're big. Yes, they're going to charge you a lot, on bank fees and stuff like that. No personal services. However, they have a lot to offer. Like more credit cards to offer with easier to get. Second loans on your business. Better online banking. So, today we're doing online banking, and a lot of the smaller banks just don't have the same apps and the same business things. However, you need to also have a little bank. A little bank would be not necessarily mom and pop, but they're not one of the monster banks. I mean, kind of like a little definition I thought of recently is the second bank we use is Regions, which is pretty much a very regional bank with maybe 40 branches. So these kind of banks, guess what, Miss Catherine? The branch managers are your best friend. Okay. They don't have many loans. Okay. But, if you need to have a check cleared quickly, or you need stuff done, it's in the branch manager's best interest. And I found this out through her, to keep you a happy client. On the big boys, the branch manager doesn't care. Bank of America doesn't know the branch manager, right? From Hialeah, Florida to California, right? To Santa Monica, California. Brent, they don't care.
Right.
The manager doesn't care. I mean, maybe they want to sign you up on the account, but after they sign you up, they have no interest in you whatsoever.
So true. So, and what are some of the things that you suggest that we do with our smaller bank?
Well, so one of the small, let me give you the bigger bank. For a bigger bank is that you have a bigger Zelle. So if you're like a tradesperson, or we have a lot of rental properties and stuff, that we have a lot of trades guys, and most trades guys, they don't take checks now, and for sure they don't take credit cards. Most of them, all they want is Zelle. So what happens is, when you got the bigger banks, you have a lot bigger Zelle. You can send a lot more money out on Zelle. On the little banks, I can tell you what happened to somebody who I was working with, and it was an $800 project, and she told me that it took her 4 tries, and I know it wasn't her, Catherine, because she says, "Hey Albert, $800, I got to send you $200 every day until it's paid for." So It wasn't her not having the money; it was It was Oshkosh Banks of Wisconsin who there's just not a big number.
Right. Interesting. And what's the advice you have about debit cards versus credit?
Okay. I tell everybody, do not ever get if you're semi-disciplined, do not ever have a debit card. Never. I don't even use debit cards. The only reason why I got a debit card right now in my name is if you have to wire transfer anything on Bank of America, okay, it's got to be done. You have to go take them a debit card or they won't do it.
Right.
But other than that, okay, you don't want to use your debit card because if something happens to your card, because technically it's still a credit card, correct? That they'll take out all your money. Reason why you want to use a credit card, one, you want to start building business credit. Two, you can also start getting reward points. So if you got a Amazon American Express card, and every time you run a card on Amazon, what happens was, Catherine, they're getting me 5% back.
Right.
Cash back. So you can take that same cash back, and guess what? You can take the cash back and buy something else. And you know what else I found out something today about rewards? They're not taxable.
Oh, really?
Cash rewards aren't taxable. I found that out today.
Interesting.
I had somebody who had a lot of rewards. She had it on her income statement. And then I did the research and I found out that cash rewards aren't taxed because what the IRS says is you're not gaining.
Yes.
By the way, let me explain something about business real quick now that we're saying this.
Mm-hmm.
The IRS says when you're running a business, it's a profit when you're gaining money. Okay, what does that mean? Gaining means, did you do any transactions? Did you sell something? Did you do any services? Right? Did you sell something, do any services? Mm-hmm. So when you're doing your accounting, which we're going to get into in a little bit, when you do your accounting, guess what? So when you put in like a loan, that's not income. Okay, so what's happening is most people, that's not income. The cash rewards you get, like I get an actual cash rewards from Bank of America credit cards, mm-hmm. That's not income. You understand them?
Yeah.
That's not income. Well, if you're starting making some money and you're doing income statements, then you're going to put it on the income side. No, it's not.
Interesting.
Make sure you get somebody who knows what they're doing.
Yeah.
So all that comes off, whether you put loans. So the government says anything you're materially doing to move your business or to sell goods. You understand though?
Yeah.
Any business, I guess a new way of explaining it is any business transaction.
Okay.
Is income. That's the exact definition. So if your transaction between two parties, it's a deduction. Okay? I mean, it's income. If you're getting cash rewards like Bank of America, Amazon, and all these other people, that's not a business transaction.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. So interesting. And then one of the things you were talking about with Zelle is there's a pro tip you snuck in, so I understood. So sometimes you can use an email address and
oh yeah. So
right?
here's the pro tip on Zelle that most people don't realize. And we figured that out just a few months ago when we had we have to have multiple accounts for stuff, different accounts for stuff in the office. So what happens is with Zelle, nobody doesn't know this, that Zelle can only be used for one account, your phone number. So a lot of people are using your Zelle account, Catherine, because you want to send money to your family, right? Family and friends.
Mm-hmm.
But if you got a business account, you don't want to send money out of your business account. So if you have multiple business accounts, you just get multiple emails because every time you open up a bank account, I would tell you have a separate email. So that now you can Zelle money to every bank account has a different email. So money can be, money can be Zelled in and out.
That's great. That's such good information. And then how do you set up a dedicated email?
Say it again one more time.
How do you set up an email address?
Well, it's all relative. In our class that we're going to have CFO in a box, where what we're telling you now, we have specific. Well, you can even run our little thing across right now.
Sure.
So a lot of stuff we're talking about, Miss Catherine. By the way, when we start our class starting next week, if you go to the link, below there, okay.
Yep.
Can we run it out even on the little flashy banner going across even too?
Okay.
So when you go to our class, CFO in a box, all right, which you can be able to join, that we're going to have a class. We're going to spend an hour and a half showing you how to do everything we're talking about. This is kind of like a warm-up of Ask Albert. But in the class, you can come on and ask me questions. We're going to have a little class, usually no more than an hour and a half. And every time we do a little section, we then open up that you can ask questions.
Yeah.
And ask me whatever you want.
Mm-hmm.
So when you go to CFO, when you go to this link below,
Yep.
There you go. When you go to the link, CoreyBiz.com/CFO in a box, that you're going to be able to learn and ask all the questions. And this is all going to be pre-recorded. So if you don't miss it, or you want to go back and watch it later, you can go watch it back and watch it as many times as you want. We don't put a limit.
And I'll go ahead and kind of rattle off some of the topics that we work with, because the thing about Albert's business and my business requires us working with our clients and developing relationships.
Right.
And a lot of people are isolated. So it maybe belong to a team or a group, but this is like having your own work inside you, and me being a corporate trained and development expert, we can really help you structure your business and take everything that's unique to your business into consideration. So we are giving you customized solutions for everything. So just to let you know, the first week is going to be Bank Like a Boss, and that starts September 24th. And that is where we go through exactly what it is that we're doing here, and also help you set everything up. We also have 24/7 access to Albert and me for any questions that you could have. So just that in itself makes it worth everything, so you can start really organizing your business so that it's going to support you. And what we're all looking for, it's a different way of saying it than we ever said it. We want predictable income. Like if you can't predict income coming in, what's going to happen to your peace of mind? And the second week, we're going to work with, and this is also fascinating, being a business on my own for 40 years, but corporations that work, like what kind of business structure does your business really need? So corporations are really interesting. Is it LLC? Is it an S corp? Is it a C corp? What are you going to be creating and why? And then with the next week, it's going to be folks that pay dividends. So how your bookkeeping organized is going to help you maintain and also save you tons of time that so you're not overdoing working on your books every single week. So we're going to give you a great system to use. And the fourth week is about mentoring. Like you as a business owner, you could be a mentor. We are mentors. We want to make sure that we know your vision and then we can help you create it. So exciting. And that's that for all the coaches that are out there, we need to be you to corporate culture and corporate advisor so that you can be a mentor to others. They also have incredible knowledge about the systems in the back end of your business and how to set it up so that you can have it automated. You can have emails going in. You can have courses that you have put into the membership area we're going to show you exactly how to do that. And then branding, this is where Albert blew me away. He gets on stages, and with his logo is 1040W2, which of course is the tax. That's the most perfect tax logo there is. And he has branded himself as Profitivity. I speak on stages as well, but we want to make sure your brand, your colors, this color psychology, what you call it, how you can look up the name of your business when you're setting up your organization. You're going to get all kinds of advice about them.
So what's going to happen is real quick, is when if people don't understand, Catherine, that what we're going to go through is 80 years. Bottom line is we have a bunch of classes, and along the way, we're going to have special guests that are going to come on that are even specialized.
Yeah.
That's going to be a super extra bonus. So, if you're a business owner, all right, and you're looking to get a coach or mentor to take your business to the next level.
Yeah.
See, I can tell you that I've been doing this for 40 years, and there's usually nobody there to help you. Right. So we're building a core structure. Now, another good thing is when you join our CFO in a Box class, everything is recorded. We also have a What's Up chat group where you can ask questions. And usually if you ask them in the group, you ask in the group, we're pretty quick on answering the questions.
Within 4 hours, yeah.
Right, forever. And you also, if you can't make the class, then you can go back and watch the replay.
That's right.
So a lot of this, if you go on our website and if you go to other places, this is probably a $15,000 or $16,000 program.
Right.
Because you're getting live 40-year experience.
Yep.
Yes, we can charge more, but we're here to get you started.
Well,
the end game is to help you increase your profits so we can change the world.
I'll give an example. The last CFO in a Box, we have 4 women from Slovenia. So we found a wonderful resource so we can teach them from their country how to actually establish credit, how to create banking so that they could get the benefit, and how to open up in the United States. That's what they really wanted. So we will customize your adventure because we want to make sure you are getting everything you need from us. Another great thing about Albert and myself, of course, too, is that we want to have you show up, like get out there, shine your light, but show up locally as well as digitally. So what do you do to prep the flesh, Albert? What are some of the things that you recommend of how to show up locally?
Well, I would tell you success is a contact sport. And guess what? A contact sport is 2 contacts now. The way life is also on Zoom, but I'm noticing more and more, if you're in the bigger cities, okay, then you probably got to go out and physically reach out and touch somebody. If you're in the bigger cities, if you live in a small town, then there are so many Zoom calls that you can do to get started. Because at the end of the day, you have to reach out and touch somebody. And if nobody doesn't know who you are, you can be your best kept secret.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. And so the other thing about it is people need to get involved with their churches, with people that are non-profits that are supporting different types of populations in our community. So you're really giving back. And then you earn so much credibility, and it's beautiful. And also, how many of your clients come back every year, Albert? Year after year after year. How many of your 150,000 come back?
Out of I'd say every year, we're still at 35 in this industry. That's a lot. We're at about a 35%, 40% retention rate.
That's great.
I mean, we just did 3,800 returns. Mm-hmm. So, but in this business, people die, move, and whatever. Mm-hmm. But we're going to show you that, that the world has to see who you are.
That's
That's the secret of success.
yeah.
So in our class, we're going to spend a lot of time going over. And what else is cool is success says you got to be like-minded people.
Mhm.
Um, I'll show you exactly how I every day go out there.
Yep.
I market, in my first book, Increase Your Cash Flow While Drinking Coffee. We talk about that, how you can grow your business just sitting there at University of Miami football games, going to zoo with your kids. All of that is marketable, and we're going to show you. Not only that is it marketable, but if your company's making money, the IRS will pay for it.
Isn't that? And I'm going to also say for CFO in the box, what percentage of the investment that you make in CFO in the box is tax deductible?
All of it.
That's right. So it's
All of it.
almost,
We're going to show you how to deduct it.
yes,
I'll give you the full disclosure that this is what I've been coaching to my peoples for 50 years. Now, even whatever you heard today, this is what I've been coaching. Maybe your CPA or EA or PA or GA, whoever does your return, could have different thinking. So this is what we say, and this is what I've been teaching our clients.
yes.
And guess what? It worked. When you had clients 38, 39 years, I still got 3 left from day one. From the first 12, I'm sorry, I'm down to 2 out of the first 12.
It's amazing. It's amazing. And the other thing that we really want to encourage you to do is what we're doing right now. Live stream. Get out there, show your face on a video. Do you know what percentage of our communication is nonverbal? That's our body. That's our body language. That's the facial expression. So when you're in the CFO in the box, we ask you to turn your camera on, be a part of it. But I'm going to give you the actual answer to the question: what percentage of our communication is nonverbal? 85 to 90%. That means that what you're actually saying is nonverbal. And that's a whole other language that we'll get you involved in so you can understand. I also have a lot of mastery in mindset work and making sure that you wake up every day excited about what you're going to do and that you're bringing your passion forward. So we're going to weave it inside your business. So every day, you can't wait to start working every single day. The last week, I wanted to wrap up what we're going to be working with CFO in the box is light camera clients, and that is how to continuously attract your clients. And we had people that flip homes. What I love about the class is people of all different types of businesses. The one that's coming up is a gentleman that is a podcaster, and we may have some access to some brilliant companies that teach podcasting. So we may do a special experience for him. We also have, of course, people that are manufacturing medical equipment, and and that, and how do you market that? How do you get it out there? So we have it so interesting to gather people together. And Albert, in your experiences, no matter what the business is, do people always have the same questions and the same concerns?
For sure. You go out there and serve. You go out and serve and share. One of the biggest things I learned last night was with somebody, which is true, that whenever you're at, you always thank the person who has the host on there. So I shared. If you're watching this and you're seeing this, share it.
Yes.
Because this is great information to take your business to the next level. Mm-hmm. So at CFO in a Box, we will show you. So get started. Anybody who gets started, where our class starts Wednesday at 3:00. Mm-hmm. So that anybody who starts today and starts the class, we're going to give you a fast acting bonus. But the bonus is
off.
What's that?
50% off.
Not only do you get 50% off, but if you sign up today, you're going to get an extra 1 hour one-on-one coaching from both of us.
Yep.
So you're getting 2 hours. That's worth at least $400.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're watching this on the replay, just click the link and we're going to get you started.
And you know, Albert, because I've been doing this as long as you have too, after COVID, and during COVID, so many people just left their soul-sucking corporate jobs. Because of the isolation, it had everybody thinking, what do I really want to do? What percentage of my life has been about work? So I ask that question when I'm speaking all the time. What percentage of our life is about work, either thinking about it or doing it? And so many business owners tell me about 80% of their life is about work. Well, if they're miserable there, they're contaminating the workplace to take that crap home and spread it all over their family. Then they drag themselves back every day. So there's so many people who left that horrible destination of I gotta work until I get the gold watch done. And they started becoming coaches. They started having passion projects that made them entrepreneurs. But it's lonely to do that. And it's hard to stay on track. So we know if you know anybody who started something up, if you know anybody who's struggling, bring them to us. We really will know how to put their structure together so that they're kind of like a bowling alley. You don't get a whole bunch of gutter balls because you're going to put the rail up so that we guide them toward the destination that they really want. And also infuse it with energy and infuse it with intention and infuse it with a really positive mindset where we can all learn from each other every single day.
No, and that's what we're here for. Bill Law, who I speak on the stages, says, to win, you have to build a community. Nobody's going to grow by themselves. Okay. Your business is not going to thrive unless you have somebody who can ask questions to.
Right. So true. And also, a lot of people who are starting to be owners of their business and their life don't have the discipline to stay and create rituals, create habits that are good for us. So sometimes they get distracted and they fall off the grid. So we want to, again, you in the alignment with your vision and support you so you can get to the goal. And I'm telling you what, 8 weeks goes like that. But you know what? We're starting September 24th and we'll end November 12th before the holiday. So guess what? You can have a whole, reset business of structure, of focus, of mindset that is actually going to carry you through the future, and you make yourself future proof. So you can go on, and by the end of this course, you're going to feel like you won the lottery, and you're going to see the results. The other thing we're both really adamant about, and our clients who tell you, is we are really here to help you implement things. And that's a lot of other people that run courses. They're just talking, but we're going to actually help you. Albert will review your last 3 years of taxes. He's going to get you on a track so that you know how much you owe. And he always, I love this, he can assess your business in about 3 minutes and he'll find you money. Every time I see him finding people money. And he's done it for me too. I love it.
All right. So join us. Hit the link below. We start next week. And guess what? If you can't make it, no problem. Like we said, everything will be on replay.
Yep.
Not only that, but the fact that I'll review your tax returns and you can hear the replays and you can ask business gurus questions on what you need to get done. That alone is worth more I want you to go to some of these other people that are selling courses because I know I've taken them all, and we'll see what you can ask.
Exactly. And
So
I also want to say every week we give you a beautiful work. All the standard operating procedures, the how-tos, it's not fill in the blank. It's this is how you guide yourself to getting it done. So what do you think of our books, Albert, that we created for them?
oh no, it's perfect. It's like literally showing you the baby steps of success. That's
That's
what it is. It's
yeah.
literally a um, handheld. In fact,
It's like a
on
journey.
wait a minute, while you were sitting here, I'm going to put the link. If you don't mind, I'm going to put the link directly on the Facebook page. If you're watching this on Facebook and Instagram, that you can see the. Oh, hold on. Oh, let me get our website here. Hold on to get you started.
Mm-hmm.
And any other questions while I get this thing?
Yeah. Does anyone have any questions? We're really here for you. Nothing? Okay.
Okay.
Well, we can't wait to see you and join CFO in the Box. If you have anybody that you know that could really use this opportunity so they can have the kick out life, we're all here for them. Right?
Yes, ma'am. So we'll hope to see you here. Anybody takes fast action bonuses today, you're going to get two. You can get a half hour of each of us. That's worth $400. So take action today at the link below. Because I know if this is coming up on YouTube, I don't have we can't put the link in or
Okay.
on Instagram, not Instagram,
and
sorry.
If
On link.
you have any questions, put them in the comments and we will get right to you.
All right.
We really want you to have a magnificent rest of the year and set yourself up for total success going forward.
All right.
All right.
Bye bye. See you. We'll see you next week.
Yeah. Bye bye for now.
Bye bye.